we are moving to another important part of occupational safety and health, chemical health hazards. When we hear the word chemical, minsan ang iniisip natin agad ay factory, laboratory, construction site, or industrial plant. But in reality, chemicals are also present in ordinary workplaces like offices, BPO companies, IT companies, schools, clinics, hotels, malls, training centers, and corporate facilities. So even if our workplace is not a chemical plant, it does not mean that chemical hazards are not present. In an office or service industry setting, chemicals may include cleaning agents, disinfectants, alcohol, printer toner, ink, pest control products, air fresheners, adhesives, maintenance chemicals, paints, solvents, battery chemicals from UPS units, and other substances used for cleaning, sanitation, maintenance, and daily operations. These materials may look ordinary because we see them every day. But the important point is this: ordinary chemicals can still become health hazards when workers are exposed without proper control. Let us also clarify something. A safety hazard usually causes immediate injury. For example, a person trips, falls, gets cut, gets burned, or gets electrocuted. A health hazard, on the other hand, affects the body. Sometimes the effect is immediate, but sometimes it develops slowly after repeated exposure. Chemical health hazards are good examples of health hazards. For example, if a strong cleaning chemical touches the skin, the worker may feel irritation or burning immediately. But if a worker repeatedly inhales chemical vapors or dust over time, the health effect may appear later as coughing, breathing difficulty, allergies, dizziness, headaches, or other health concerns. So our focus in this lesson is not only may chemical ba? The better question is, how can the chemical enter the body and how can we prevent exposure? Let us define what we mean by chemical health hazard. A chemical health hazard is any chemical substance that can harm the body when a worker is exposed to it. The key word here is exposure. A chemical may be present in the workplace, but the risk becomes serious when the chemical can enter the body, touch the body, or affect the worker's health. So when we say chemical health hazard, we are not only talking about strong industrial chemicals. We are also talking about ordinary workplace chemicals that may cause harm if they are not properly handled, labeled, stored, or controlled. A chemical health hazard means the chemical can affect the body and cause harm. That harm may happen immediately or it may happen slowly over time. For example, if a strong cleaning chemical is sprayed in an enclosed room, a worker may immediately experience coughing, throat irritation, watery eyes, or difficulty breathing. If a corrosive chemical touches the skin, the worker may feel burning, redness, pain, or may even suffer a chemical burn. If printer toner dust is inhaled, it may irritate the nose, throat, or respiratory tract, especially if the toner is mishandled or spilled. If pest control chemicals are applied in an office and workers return too early, they may experience headache, dizziness, nausea, eye irritation, or breathing discomfort. Some chemicals may not cause obvious symptoms right away, but repeated exposure over days, weeks, months, or years may affect the body. In an office or service industry workplace like a BPO, IT company, corporate office, clinic, school, hotel, mall, or training center, chemicals may be present in many ordinary materials. Examples include cleaning agents, disinfectants, alcohol, hand sanitizer, air fresheners, whiteboard markers, printer ink, printer toner, adhesives, pest control products, maintenance chemicals, paints, solvents, and battery chemicals from UPS units. These materials may look familiar, nakikita natin sila araw-araw. But familiar does not always mean harmless. For example, alcohol is commonly used for sanitation, but it is still a chemical. It can irritate the skin with repeated use, and it is also flammable. Disinfectants help control germs, but if used in poor ventilation or mixed with other chemicals, they may irritate the eyes, nose, throat, or lungs. Toilet cleaners may look ordinary, but some are acidic or corrosive. They can burn the skin or eyes if there is direct contact. Printer toner may look like simple black powder, but inhaling toner dust can irritate the respiratory tract. Fifth, we have pest control chemicals. Pest control chemicals may be used to control insects, rodents, termites, mosquitoes, mosquitoes, or other pests inside or around the building. These chemicals can affect workers if the area is entered too early after application, if there is poor ventilation, or if workers are not informed that pest control was conducted. Possible symptoms may include headache, dizziness, nausea, coughing, eye irritation, throat irritation, or breathing discomfort. That is why pest control activities should be scheduled properly, communicated to affected workers, and controlled through signage, area restriction, and proper ventilation. Employees should not enter treated areas until the area has been declared safe by the responsible personnel or contractor. The important reminder is this: if you smell strong pest control odor or see warning signage, do not ignore it. Follow the restriction. Sixth, we have air fresheners. Air fresheners may look harmless because they are common in restrooms, offices, hotel areas, clinics, and reception areas. But some air fresheners contain fragrances or aerosols that may trigger irritation or allergic reactions in sensitive workers. For some people, strong scents may cause headache, sneezing, coughing, watery eyes, or asthma-like symptoms. This is why air fresheners should not be overused, especially in enclosed rooms or areas with poor ventilation. The goal is to keep the workplace pleasant, but not to expose workers to excessive chemical fragrance or aerosol mist. Seventh, we have adhesives. Adhesives may include glue, contact cement, tapes with strong adhesive, sealants, and other bonding materials used for office repair, maintenance, signage, or renovation. Some adhesives may produce vapors. These vapors may cause headache, dizziness, nausea, or irritation, especially when used in enclosed spaces. For example, if maintenance personnel use strong adhesive inside a small room without ventilation, the smell can affect nearby workers. The safe practice is to use adhesives in well-ventilated areas, follow label instructions, keep containers closed when not in use, avoid skin contact, and keep them away from ignition sources if they are flammable. Eighth, we have battery leaks. In office and IT workplaces, batteries may be found in UPS units, emergency lights, equipment backup systems, and other electrical devices. If a battery leaks, the substance may be corrosive. It can burn or irritate the skin and eyes. It may also damage equipment and surfaces. Employees should not touch battery leaks with bare hands. Do not wipe it casually with tissue. Do not move damaged batteries unless trained and authorized. If you see leaking batteries, swelling batteries, unusual smell, corrosion, or damaged UPS units, report it to facilities, IT, safety officer, or the assigned maintenance personnel. Battery leaks are not ordinary spills. They require proper handling. Lastly, we have maintenance chemicals. These may include paints, solvents, lubricants, rust removers, sealants, degreasers, drain cleaners, contact cleaners, and other chemicals used for repair and maintenance activities. These chemicals may produce strong odors, vapors, skin hazards, eye hazards, or flammability risks depending on the product. Maintenance chemicals are usually handled by trained personnel, but office employees may still be affected if the work is done near occupied areas. For example, painting in a small room without ventilation can expose nearby employees to strong fumes. Using solvent near workstations can cause headache or throat irritation. Applying chemicals in the pantry or restroom while people are nearby can expose workers unnecessarily. So the controls include work scheduling, ventilation, warning signs, restricted access, proper PPE, and communication to affected workers. Again, these chemicals are not automatically dangerous when properly controlled. The risk increases when unsafe practices happen. For example, a chemical is transferred into an unlabeled bottle. A cleaning chemical is mixed with another chemical. A disinfectant is sprayed too much in a closed room. A toner spill is cleaned without proper method. Employees enter a pest control area too early. Alcohol is stored near heat or electrical sources. A battery leak is touched with bare hands. Maintenance chemicals are used without ventilation. Chemicals are stored near food, drinks, or pantry supplies. These are the situations that turn ordinary workplace chemicals into health hazards. So the lesson is, do not judge a chemical only by how common it is. Judge it based on its hazard, how it is used, and how workers may be exposed. A chemical can harm the body in different ways. It may harm the skin. This can cause dryness, redness, itching, irritation, allergic reaction, or burns. It may harm the eyes. This can cause redness, tearing, pain, blurred vision, or serious eye injury if the chemical is corrosive. It may affect breathing. Chemical vapors, mist, Fumes or dust may cause coughing, throat irritation, shortness of breath, asthma-like symptoms, dizziness, or headache. It may affect the body internally if swallowed accidentally. This can happen when chemicals are placed in unlabeled containers, food containers, or drinking bottles. It may also affect health over time when exposure is repeated and uncontrolled. That is why chemical health hazards are important. Minsan hindi natin agad nakikita ang epekto, but the body may already be affected. Chemical health effects can be divided into two simple categories: immediate effects and long-term effects. Immediate effects happen shortly after exposure. For example, a worker smells strong chemical fumes and starts coughing. A cleaner uses a chemical without gloves and experiences skin irritation. A chemical splashes into the eyes and causes pain. A worker enters a recently treated pest control area and feels dizzy or nauseous. Long-term effects may happen after repeated or prolonged exposure. For example, a worker repeatedly inhales chemical vapors in a poorly ventilated area. A worker repeatedly handles cleaning chemicals without gloves. A worker is exposed again and again to irritating substances without proper controls. But if the symptoms happen after chemical use or chemical exposure, it must be reported and checked. Now that we already understand what a chemical health hazard is, the next important question is, how do chemicals enter or affect the body? This is very important because control measures depend on the route of exposure. In simple terms, a chemical becomes harmful when it reaches the body. Pwede siyang malanghap, dumikit sa balat, tumalsik sa mata, malunok accidentally, or pumasok sa katawan through puncture or injection. So when we control chemical hazards, ang goal natin is very clear: prevent the chemical from entering, touching, or affecting the body. There are 5 common routes of chemical exposure: inhalation, skin contact, eye contact, ingestion, and injection or puncture. 1. Inhalation. The first and most common route is inhalation. Inhalation means breathing in chemical vapors, fumes, mists, dusts, or gases. This can happen when strong cleaning chemicals are used inside a closed room, when disinfectant spray becomes concentrated in the air, when paint or solvent smell remains inside an area, when pest control chemicals are applied, or when toner dust becomes airborne during improper handling. In an office or service workplace, inhalation may happen in restrooms, pantries, storage rooms, meeting rooms, server rooms, print areas, or any enclosed space with poor ventilation. For example, if housekeeping uses a strong toilet cleaner inside a restroom and the exhaust fan is not working, the chemical odor can build up. Workers who enter the area may experience coughing, throat irritation, watery eyes, dizziness, headache, or breathing discomfort. This is why ventilation is very important. Kapag may chemical smell na masyadong strong, do not ignore it. Report it. Chemical odor can be a warning sign that exposure is happening. 2. Skin contact. The second route is skin contact. Skin contact happens when a chemical touches the skin. Some chemicals may only cause mild dryness or redness, but others may cause itching, irritation, allergic reaction, burns, or serious skin damage. Common workplace examples include cleaners, disinfectants, toilet chemicals, degreasers, alcohol, adhesives, paints, solvents, and maintenance chemicals. For example, if a worker handles cleaning chemicals without gloves, the skin may become dry, irritated, itchy, or painful. If the chemical is corrosive, it may cause burns. Even frequent use of alcohol or sanitizer can cause skin dryness or cracking for some workers, especially if there is repeated exposure. So the practical control is to avoid unnecessary contact. Use gloves when required, wash hands after handling chemicals, and do not touch the face, eyes, or food after chemical contact. If a chemical touches the skin, do not wait for the condition to get worse. Wash the affected area immediately with clean water and report the exposure. 3. Eye contact. The third route is eye contact. Eye exposure is very serious because the eyes are sensitive. Even a small splash or spray mist can cause pain, redness, watering, irritation, blurred vision, or injury. Eye contact may happen when chemicals are poured, sprayed, transferred, mixed, or used above shoulder level. In office and service workplaces, this may happen when using cleaning sprays, disinfectants, toilet cleaners, pest control chemicals, or maintenance chemicals. For example, if someone sprays a disinfectant and the mist blows back toward the face, the eyes may be affected. If a bottle is squeezed too hard or opened under pressure, the chemical may splash. That is why eye protection is important for workers who handle stronger chemicals, especially housekeeping, maintenance, facilities, or pest control personnel. For ordinary employees, the reminder is simple. Do not stand near someone spraying or applying chemicals, especially in enclosed areas. Also, do not touch your eyes after handling chemical containers. If a chemical gets into the eyes, the correct action is immediate flushing with clean water and immediate reporting. Do not rub the eyes because rubbing may worsen the injury. 4. Ingestion. The fourth route is ingestion. Ingestion means accidentally swallowing a chemical. This can happen when chemicals are placed in drinking bottles, food containers, cups, or unlabeled containers. It can also happen when chemicals are stored near food or when workers eat without washing contaminated hands. This is why unlabeled chemical containers are very dangerous. For example, if a cleaning chemical is transferred into a mineral water bottle, someone may mistakenly think it is water. That can lead to poisoning, burns, or other serious health effects. Another example, a worker handles chemicals, then eats snacks without washing hands. Small chemical residues may transfer from the hands to the food. So the rules are very practical. Do not store chemicals in food or drink containers. Do not store chemicals near food, drinks, utensils, or pantry supplies. Wash hands after handling chemicals. Do not eat, drink, or smoke while handling chemicals. And never use a chemical if the container has no label. The simple rule is no label, no use. 5. Injection or puncture. The fifth route is injection or puncture. This is less common in ordinary offices, but it can still happen in some workplaces. Injection or puncture happens when a chemical enters the body through a cut, puncture wound, sharp object, pressurized equipment, or contaminated material. For example, a worker may be injured by a contaminated sharp object, broken glass, chemical container, or pressurized material. In clinics, laboratories, maintenance areas, or specialized facilities, this route may be more relevant. In ordinary offices, the risk may be lower, but we still need awareness. Do not pick up broken chemical containers with bare hands. Do not touch unknown spilled materials. Do not handle sharp or contaminated waste without proper protection. If there is a puncture injury involving a chemical or contaminated object, report it immediately. Practical workplace scenario. Let us apply this to a practical office scenario. A pest control contractor applies chemicals in a storage room after office hours. The next morning, an employee enters the room even though the area still has a strong chemical smell. After a few minutes, the employee feels headache and throat irritation. What route of exposure happened? Most likely inhalation, because the employee breathed in chemical vapors or residues. Now, what should have been done? The treated area should have been properly ventilated. Entry should have been restricted until safe. Warning signs should be posted. Employees should be informed. The safety officer or facilities team should verify that the area is safe before allowing entry. That is chemical exposure control in a practical workplace setting. So the key message is this: chemicals can affect workers through inhalation, skin contact, eye contact, ingestion, and injection or puncture. Chemical control is not only about keeping chemicals in the storage room, it is about preventing exposure. We must prevent workers from breathing chemicals, touching chemicals, splashing chemicals into the eyes, swallowing chemicals accidentally, or getting chemicals into the body through wounds or punctures. Once we understand how chemicals enter the body, we can choose better controls such as labeling, ventilation, proper storage, restricted access, safe work procedures, hygiene, and PPE. Again, the goal is simple: prevent the chemical from entering, contacting, or affecting the body. Now that we already understand what chemical health hazards are and how chemicals can enter the body,